The first time I ever heard myself on the radio was in like 1979, and I played in a band called Anthem.
I was in Detroit, Michigan, where I grew up, and I was in a band called Toby Redd with 2 Ds. And we were a kind of a modern rock band back in the late 80s.
I remember so well, we all gathered around, like drinking beers and stuff, and waiting for it. We knew we were going to come on the radio like within this 3-hour time period. We were so psyched. And our song came on the radio. We were just like, couldn't believe it. And the song was called Clocks. And the guy said, and here's a band called Anthem with a neat little ditty called Clocks. And it came on, and we were just like, it was like this funny like little new wave song. And that was it. And that was, you know, it was really exciting.
It was pretty exciting. I remember we did an interview with the station late at night, and then I drove home, and I remember sitting in my driveway listening to the radio station and hearing our interview. It was obviously taped, and waiting for them, and they talked to us, and a new band, we got a record deal, and da-da-da-da-da, and there's their new song, and I was like, wow, this is so cool. They cranked it up, and I was like by myself in the parking lot, or in the driveway of my house at like midnight, you know, listening to our song, and yeah, pretty exciting to think that you could even be on a station that played all of what I thought like are my favorite bands and heroes, and I didn't feel worthy, you know.
It's funny because I always think of that, like, you know, we just put out our single for this record this last week, the song Dark Necessities, and I always have that feeling, like, because I knew the song was coming out last Wednesday at 7 a.m. I was up at 6:30, lying in bed, put on my phone, like put on the radio, and I was like, I wonder if they're gonna play it right when it comes out. And sure enough, at 7 a.m., bam, there was a song. Like, you know, music is such an interior thing, you know? Like, you know, you sit by yourself in a room at the piano with your bass, whatever, you write music, you get together with your friends and you kind of circle the wagons and hole up in a little room and write and create and try to bring it together and write good songs. And then you get in the studio and, you know, once again, circle the wagons, make it a little bigger circle to bring in a producer and all this shit, and get into it and start, and you make this thing, and it's all so personal, you know? And all of a sudden, once it's all done, bam, it's out in the world, and it becomes there for everybody, and it's a really wild feeling, you know? It's like this thing was so personal, interior, becoming for everybody, and people are gonna like it or not like it, or, you know, yell at you, or like you, or love you, or whatever, hug you, or tell you to, you know, get lost. So it's a crazy experience. But every time, like, I'm so excited to hear it on the radio, and I still get the same feeling, man. I'm 53 years old. I'm still just like, I'm like, you know, we're on the radio. I'm like, my daughter's running around. I'm like, Sonny, get in here. My 10-year-old daughter, yeah, we're on the radio. She's like, which one, Papa? Which one? You know, and we're dancing around the kitchen, hearing it and stuff, you know, making oatmeal. So it's, you know, it's exciting.
Yeah, that feeling never really goes away, at least for me. You're like a little kid. It's like Christmas. Oh, my God.
The score of a game, a playoff game.
Whoever was singing, what's that song from Frozen?
Oh, yes.
That one, the Frozen song. I think Hamilton is the new Frozen for adults.